in order to change the world, we must change ourselves on an individual level, because that is connected to the wider consciousness. I mean, my gosh, we're already in July, coming up to July. Can you believe that? Mamma mia, it's gone so quickly. We're already halfway in the year. And today, I'm going to give an energy insight. So let's see, what is the energy that's coming through? Like, when I say energy, I mean, what is the intention? What is it's the energy of the planet, of the collective consciousness, right? What is the message that wants to come through today? So I'm going to use my usual Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. And if you're new here, I do regular Oracle readings, intuitive Oracle readings on this channel. And if you like these type of readings, then yeah, check out our channel, see what other readings I have on here. And yeah, I've been doing readings for the past 2 years professionally, just in case you want to know. But it really doesn't matter, because you know what? If you jive, I always say the word jive. I don't even use that in like what? If you resonate with someone online, even through one video, just a little side note, then that's enough, right? Because to prove yourself and how long you've done something, I feel that sometimes it depends on what it is. Obviously, if you're going to get a surgery, you want to know that the surgeon has had years of experience and whatever, right? But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sometimes it's the resonance of the person behind the camera. You are here maybe because you're interested in what's the energy, what's the message coming through for this month, right? And if you click on it, that means you're interested in want to know this stuff. And if you're not interested, well, you wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't even click on the video. Anyway, enough about that. That's just a little insight. I'm just keeping it real, man. Seriously. So let's get into the reading. What is coming through for the energy of July? I'm really excited. I'm always excited about the first of everything, the first of the month, first of the beginning of the week, like new beginnings. I just love new beginnings. I like new starts. I like change. This is just my personality, right? I just love change, whereas a lot of people don't. They like stability, right? But I like change. I like things moving. I like change. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get in. So get into a nice space, a quiet space. Take a few deep breaths and just feel into the energy, and maybe set your intention that you want to receive what resonates, right? And leave what doesn't. Okay. Angels, guides, archangels, divine source, light energy, please protect us in a bubble of light while we do this reading. May the messages that come through be for the highest good of all. The listeners, people that are watching, and anyone else that may come across this reading now or in the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm excited to see what comes through today. Really excited. So let's see. Okay. So I read the cards intuitively. So I tap into the energy of the card. I look at the visuals and basically see what wants to come through. Sometimes I repeatedly have the same cards come through, but there's a slightly different message. So it's interesting, depending on what the collective needs to hear. So today, obviously, it's not a specific question. It's what is the energy for the month of July? What are we to see and feel for the month of July? Thank you. Collective reading. Okay, so I'm going to spread it out like this, see what comes through. What's the collective message for the month of July? Trust. So trust. A lot of us are, I don't watch the news or anything, but there's a lot of shit going on in the world, right? And it's all an agenda. It's all how it is because it's made to be that way, to provoke fear and to provoke all sorts of low negative vibrations in the body, because like I said, it's a collective consciousness. We are part of the whole, right? So in these times, you must trust the process of what's going on and trust yourself. If you feel that something doesn't feel right, trust that and stop putting your attention into whatever it is, because it's just going to bring you down. And we are part of the collective, so whatever's going on in the world affects us on a deep subconscious level. So I choose to not watch the news. Doesn't mean I ignore what's going on. I know what's going on in the world. But in order to change the world, we must change ourselves on an individual level, because that is connected to the wider consciousness. I mean, this goes really deep. It's not surface level stuff. So it may need to be a whole other video in itself. If that's something you would like to explore, let me know in the comments. But obviously right now it's a reading and what comes through. So yeah, there's a lot of, what I mean by that is to heal and create peace in the planet as a whole, we must create that peace and healing within ourselves, because it's all energy, right? So as we all individually start to heal ourselves, come back to love, right? Self-love. I don't mean egotistical love. I mean really, truly have compassion for yourself. That reflects out into the world is the energy frequency, right? That ripples out into the collective. Anyway, see, I've really wanted to talk about this stuff, but anyway, it's coming through, so I'm just letting it come through. So you cannot heal or bring peace to the world by trying to look outside and trying to help outside of yourself. It needs to come from within. Because if you're, I don't want to use the word broken, nobody's really broken, but if you're like, you have a lot of negativity within yourself, you have self-doubt, you feel really like a lot of anxiety, a lot of, I don't even want to go in, that's a whole other topic as well. Anxiety and depression is because we've lost connection with who we truly are. We're a soul being living this human existence, and the experiences that we're going through has already been pre-planned before we came here. That's very hard, I know, for people to comprehend, right? It's a very big thing. But as we start to heal ourselves and trust that we are in the right place at the right time, and listening to this message at the right time, you will start to slowly understand, understand really, the wider game that's at play. Because we are in a virtual reality. Not virtual reality like they're trying to go down, the whole robot bloody thing. But we are in a game. And you are in control of this, I was going to say chess piece, of your chess piece, say. You know? You are in control of yourself, of this character. What do you want it to do next? How do you want it to feel and think and behave? Yeah, that's just something quite interesting. But anyway, I'm going on here, mate. So, so trust the process. Start to go within, protect yourself. You see, she's in this like egg bubble, this big egg bubble. Protect yourself. In today's reading, it's more about really becoming conscious of what you are putting your attention to. Like what I was saying about the news and even the music you listen to. What are the words coming through? What is the frequency? How does it make you feel? If it makes you feel angry or something, like those sort of, it is low vibrational. It affects you on a deep level. Start protecting your energy. Start really being conscious of what you're putting your attention to, because it affects the whole. It affects the whole, as in the whole world. What you are putting your attention into affects the whole world, yes. Because you are part of the collective consciousness. I'm saying that to myself as well. We are all these players in this game. So it's time to start looking within. Start to trust the process of how this is how it is. Just, hold your hands up to it. This is how it is. I'm in this game. How do I want my life, this person right here, how do I want this person to live? Am I living the way I want to live? Do I feel good? Start asking those questions, because it's very, very, very interesting. And now what I do is I look at the bottom of the pack, blossoming. So as you do that, you trust in the process, you start to ask yourself these questions, and you start to take the small steps towards where you want to be in life. What you want, this character that you came into, your soul came into this character, you wanted to play this role in this game of life. How do you want to play this game now? Are you happy with the game you're in right now as the person you are? If not, you have the power to course correct. You have the power to change your path into what you want. Yes, it's not easy. And I do offer intuitive guidance on this. And what I mean by that is like spiritual life coaching sessions, right? But my sessions are very ease and flow. I do voice coaching sessions, right? So it's not just like, let's sit down over Zoom for 1 hour once a week or once every, 2 weeks, whatever. No, because I want it to be accessible to everyone, like many people who resonate, but also on the level of, like we back and forth. Like if you're going through something, you're like, oh my God, I want to like share this, and then we can navigate through it. Like you may be feeling like, how the heck do I even start this process? Like changing my life, onto something with more ease and joy. How do I do that? And it starts with baby steps, obviously, right? So I do weave in a bit of obviously tarot readings in between the sessions, but also asking you certain questions. And it's more like, when I say guidance, it's more tapping you back in to your own inner wisdom, because you have the answers within you. I'm just here to like wake that up within you so that you can start walking the path of your desired, I was going to say outcome, it's not outcome, your desired path. Not even desire, it's who you came here to be and experience, right? So yeah, so you can blossom. You can write your own music, as in play your own music, right? As in channel the things that you absolutely love doing, and just everything's a channel. We're all channelers, right? Whether you're an artist, you're channeling that beautiful art, the music, whatever it is. Channelers doesn't need to be people who speak to the dead. Channeling is all different things. You're basically channeling your soul's gifts, right? And what you came into this world to be. And to end this off, I know it's a bit longer, this one, because it is an energy reading for July, right? So this is more like coming back into yourself, remembering who you are, and yeah, trusting the process. Trust, a lot of trusts come into this, and to start, like I said, start to trust yourself and listen to yourself, not outer guidance, not the media, not all this crap that's bombarding you, trying to keep you on a lower vibration, which does not help the world heal or, you know, elevate. No, it's going to keep everyone in a low state. Hence, look at the state of the world, because of media, especially TV. If you go away with something today, please, I would advise you to switch off the TV, as in, it's just not beneficial for your own, for your own healing. You know, if you want more joy, clarity, confidence, freedom in life, fulfillment, you won't find that ever if you're banging your head watching the bloody news, because that is literally wiring your brain. It's wiring you every single day. So if that's just one takeaway for today, please take that away and just feel into what I'm saying, right? And I'm just gonna finish off with an affirmation from this deck, Miracles Now. And let's see what affirmation that we can go away with today, well, for the month of July. And you may resonate with this reading any time of the year, even though it's specifically for the energy of July and what's coming through. But anyway, so what is the message coming through now for the month of July? What affirmation wants to come through? Okay, let's see. Spread it out, spread it out, spread it out, spread it out. I'm not on a table, so I have to do this. But I always trust that whatever wants to come through is meant to be. Everything is in divine timing, mate. So, this is interesting. I don't know if it's related or not. However, the qualities I dislike in others are disowned parts of my shadow. That's interesting. So when you go through this world, now we didn't touch upon this, but everything is a mirror. So what you dislike in others is something that you dislike within yourself, and it's a mirror. So every time you go through life, it's everyone is literally reflecting back something within yourself that's deep down in the shadows, shadow self, right? That needs to be brought forth to the surface. And once you've actually cleared that, you won't see the other person in the same light, right? I mean, I say right, but you know, it's not so obvious. But it's so interesting. Like I said, we are collective consciousness. We are part of the whole. We are all one. Even though we're individual in this 3D bodies, we are all part of the collective. So what we see in other people, of course, it's a reflection of what's within ourselves, because we're all one, right? And this is what we came here to do, to learn these lessons and to really dig deep and bring it to the surface. Like, I had so much rage growing up, like even anger towards, anyway, certain family members and stuff. But now it's interesting that with one certain family member, I don't really feel anything. If anything, I feel, it used to make me feel really disdain, I don't know if it's the word, like dislike the person. But now it's just like, I can really be in their space and be like, oh, that means I've healed that part of myself, right? So it's very interesting. Don't get me wrong, there's always going to be, always in this lifetime, there's always going to be people that bring up triggers, like things that really spark something within you, like, like, you know. But if you really step back and go, okay, why did that person bring this up for me? Trigger something. It could even be me. It could be something that I've said. But you have to look within yourself, hang on, why do I feel anger over this? What is the real deep reason? So it's very interesting. So the qualities I dislike in others are disowned parts of myself, my shadow, because we have shadow selves, as in things that's within us that need to be cleared, that need to be brought to the surface to look at and be like, oh wow, didn't know that was there, and then released. Yeah, it's not as easy as that, right? But it's a very interesting process. And yeah, I hope you gained some insight into this. It's a very fascinating month ahead. But remember that to trust the process, you're exactly where you're meant to be, right? And start to really trust yourself as well, and be aware of what you are consuming, mind consuming, well, food as well, but mind consuming in this specifically. And yeah, I would love to hear in the comments what resonated, and if you're brave enough, what triggered you. If anything triggered something inside of you and you're brave enough to put it into the comments, you know. And that's okay. We all triggered. I get bloody triggered all the time. But then I step back and be like, okay, why did that trigger me? What was the reason? There's something there that needs to be cleared. So it's very interesting. All right then, lots of love. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great July. Lots of love. Bye.